So imperfect fungi are not a clade. These are just fungi that have no known sexual stage, and it's thought that these fungi typically form by somehow losing the ability to produce spores through meiosis, rather than having evolved without ever having had meiosis in the past. So the spores are typically produced by mitosis, although there are some imperfect fungi that don't produce any spores at all, that grow only as mycelium. Uh, but these mitotically produced spores are called conidia, and they are produced on a conidia-4 or conidium-bearing structure. They're not a taxonomic grouping because we find imperfect fungi in all fungal phyla. So every group of fungi has members that seem to have lost their ability to reproduce sexually. And there are over 25,000 species of these imperfect fungi. So to be an imperfect fungus, it just means you're not able to complete your life cycle using meiosis. You're not able to have a sexual life cycle. So among the most important and well-known imperfect fungi, penicillium, the source of our first human-exploited antibiotic, penicillin, is an imperfect fungus. Aspergillus is a fungus that's very, very common. You're probably breathing spores of penicillium and aspergillus right now. But if you have a healthy functioning immune system and the spore load is not too high, it's not a problem for you. But aspergillosis is a condition that can be caused when you just have an overwhelming number of spores that you ingest. Rhizoctonia is a common soil fungus that is imperfect, that doesn't produce any spores at all. And trichoderma is another important imperfect fungus that is found very commonly in soil. So I don't have a lot more to say about imperfect fungi right now, other than what I've already told you, but there are a lot of them out there. And one of the amazing things about imperfect fungi is that even though they might seem boring because they don't have sex, they are interesting in that the diversity of spores and the ways the conidia and the conidia-4s that produce them are, there can be some very elegant forms. They're not just all little one-celled spots, but they can have a lot of very, very elaborate, ornate spore structures, as you can see in this image, in these images here.